Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. This is Lea and this is my review of 2020. Today I'm going to react to my old Flosstube video from 1 year ago, which is Flosstube number 11 I think. And I just filmed the German episode, so I know a bit more. I didn't watch the episode in my German video beforehand, so it was a greater surprise, but I edited and did some other videos in between, so I almost forgot everything again. I know that in the video I show it's 40 minutes long, and I thought this would be super long, but I didn't have as many whips last year. I started more than I thought, and but I did better than I thought. I'm going to explain how that works out. But I want to start with a quick statistics kind of thing, and in the beginning I'm showing some organization in the video that I won't talk about that, so I will just cut to the parts that are interesting, that show the progress that I made from last year. And I will do a whip update, I will film my Flosstube tonight if I can, so I will make plans for next year in that video, so I have another video I can react to next year. That's why I won't talk much about those things in this video. It's just seeing what I did last year and comparing my progress. Okay, my whips. So in January of 2020 I had 7 whips. I have started and finished 3 whips in 2020, and on top of the 3 I started 6 more. So overall I started 9 projects in 2020, I finished 3 and I retired 3. Makes 10 whips as a result for the end of 2020. So I have 3 more than last year, which is fine. That's what I mean by it could be worse. These are the projects I started and finished this year in 2020. The first one is Be Well and Stitch. I think I started this in March when the movement began, and I picked some of my favorites and put all of them together. That's where under the hashtag Be Well and Stitch you will still find this on Instagram. All kinds of designers released free patterns, so we all had something to do and feel good about this year, which was super awesome. And I just picked some of the images and put them all together into one. Then the second one is something I started in February or January, I think, and I finished this in September of this year, and this is the Barbara Anna Spellwill cell, and I started this in May and also finished it in September or October. If you want to see the video about this, you have to go on to my channel and look for the thumbnail. This is in the thumbnail of one of my videos. Now, my starts that I didn't finish are Snow White from Thread Geeks, The Castle by Teresa Wenzler with a dragon, The Witching Hour, Heaven and Earth design, a butterfly travel kit that I don't count as an active whip, it's just for traveling, you know, the AliExpress mini kit. Then the Lunar Witch, which I started in October I think, and in December I started the 3-part series, the smalls. You see what they will be on Instagram and in my whip update of January. Now, so I stopped working on Witching Hour. I retired that. I will restart it once I feel like it. So it's not really an active whip, but it's not really completely out of the game. But it's paused. Maybe also paused for the whole year because I have enough new starts coming in but I'm also scared that I will lose interest and will never do it. So I don't know. So minus the witching hour, minus the butterfly, and minus Dimensions Serenity's Garden, which will take a pause year. She will just be, you know, relax in a box for a year, and I hope I will get excited about her after that time. So that's all about that. So I am now at 10 active whips in December 2020. I think that's pretty good. Now let's see. No, I know what I'm saying in the video, so I will skip that. I showed you in the video my frame job of Midna. I just pulled her off the shelf. I plan to lace her. You see she's a little bit loose down here, but she's standing on a shelf pretty far up, so you don't really see it. So I just put her in here without any lacing. She's just folded over and the back put on, and that's it. But it's pretty tight. It's a pretty skinny frame, so it sits tight, it's fine. So I think I will leave her like that. Now, this is a free pattern. I got it off of a forum. Someone just put it in KG chart or something like that, and I think she's pretty, but I noticed lots of like mistakes. No, it's not like mistakes, but you see the difference of what an edited and an unedited pattern is. That's what I learned here. So compared to Gecko Rouge, and I think so far as I experienced it, Gecko Rouge has the best edited pattern. So which means as little confetti as possible, enough as necessary. It's just cleaned up. So the stitching is nice, and you know when you put lots of confetti in, it's in places where it needs to be. Whereas here, it's you see that it's made with an algorithm. I mean, of course, I know that geckos get done by an algorithm as well, but you see that a human cleaned it up afterwards. But still, I mean, it's a free pattern. I don't know if you can get it anymore. I can't tell you. I just googled Zelda Midna cross stitch, and that's it, and that's what I found. So, no, that was a tangent. The next one I finished this in 2018, but I thought you guys have not seen this in a while. And I still love it. It's in my living room. It's super cute. I have it up all year. I don't care. Once in a while I look at it and it makes me so happy. The cute smile and the little pumpkin that's also super happy. Oh, it's so cute. It's from Lola Lotta on Etsy, but if you look for a cute ghost, you might also find it for a lower price on mybobbin.com, possibly. If not, it's Cute Ghost by Lola Lotta on Etsy. That was my first time 25 count, and it has mixed colors, so I had to do 10 stitch on this for the first time as well. So that was the piece, and that's what I'm talking about when I'm telling people, please, if you start on a new fabric, just test it with a smaller picture. So this has a lot of stitches in it. It's not something that's super quick to finish, and so you have time with things like that to learn if you like a fabric or not, and if you don't like the fabric, you can still get yourself to finish it. Whereas I read so many comments of people that buy a huge Gecko Rouge and they don't even know what fabric count they got or what it even means. And they're like, stop stitching on a $200 kit because they didn't try the fabric first, and that's a bummer. And so these Etsy and my bobbin patterns are perfect to try out new fabrics and test what you like. I can't give recommendations. It's really personal preference. So second tangent, I'm sorry, I can't stop myself. Now, onto the topic, and let's start and watch the video together. This is my bunny from Lola Lotta store on Etsy. I started her on the 18th of November in 2018 and I finished her this year on the 24th of December, and that's the night in Germany when we exchanged gifts, and it was a gift, so this was a last minute finish. My goal is to go down to 6 whips, to have 6 whips going constantly. Now, I like to have a variety of whips with different techniques, different fabrics, and as you can see, my first category is full coverage, which has the largest. I still have those categories, by the way. Stitches in one direction. But I already changed the plans that I have put on these. Yeah, as you can see, my Gecko Rouge Gamer is my current project. That's the size of it. And here I have 2 projects that are also bigger projects. This is the Sandman by Gecko Rouge, which I would like to stitch after that. And the Gypsy Firefly is a Heaven and Earth design, which is very big, but I love it a lot and I already have the pattern. I think I might do a little full coverage or general stash parade. I don't have a lot, but maybe I will do some wishlist parade into that, but that's for the next video, so I won't show you these until the next one. Yeah, but that's kind of the idea. I write down what I have planned after that, so I don't start everything at once. Doesn't work, now, but I should update this list because I think it's pretty nice. Progress on my gamer. I still try to work in those categories. You forgot how it looked. This is how it will look like in the end. Gamer, your all-time favorite, and I see so many people starting it. It's crazy. Now my plan for this year was to finish the first column of pages, and I'm almost there. I still have... I did it, of course. That's when I stuck to my plans and I didn't have as many whips as I do have now. But it was a really bad stitching year last year, to be honest. That's... or something that's supposed to be Sonic. And yeah, and this is the bottom. I filled in all of that blue during the holidays, which was very relaxing and I really needed that. Yeah, to be honest, with all the confetti now, I really miss the just simple grey stitching. And it's especially nice for the I'm doing cross country right now, which is a lot quicker for me than the parking in rows, but I just change however I like it. So some days I just want to have rows, some days I want to have chaos. Yeah, I'm still working like that. So some days I will just strictly stick to the squares that I'm working on, and some days I'm just do cross country and later fill it in. This is one easily finished in one night, and I love the delicate flowers down here, and I'm ready to do columns. I haven't seen these flowers in such a long time because I'm working at the top, so I'm really happy to see them now again. And I calculated how much I need to do to finish it within 4 years, and not going to happen within 4 years. I started this project this year in April, so I'm perfectly in time for that. I stitch on this project every 2 weeks. I don't have a weekly rotation anymore. Yeah, so that's probably a reason why nothing worked, but last year was just a mess stitching wise, so whatever. It's very reasonable. And yeah. that's my goal. So that's my first goal for next year, is to finish 10 pages.
10 pages. You know what
which is more
did.
than a row.
I have it here.
So in 3 years or less, I should have.
So I will probably, at my pace right now, I will need 5 years. So I'm trying to get as much done as possible this year, and I have it for my magical stitches. So I try to catch up, but I almost only did almost 3 pages. That's really sad, instead of 10. So I'm a bit bummed about that. So I'm not super mad, but every time I work on this project, it's so much fun, and I'm bummed that I didn't work more on it. But I know that this year was difficult, and it's fine, you know, but I really want to catch up this year. So I will repeat this in my next video, but I'm not talking about anything interesting right now in my video. Yeah, the high goal is to achieve 50%, which is almost not doable, but we'll see. But I would really like to finish at least this column, which leaves 5 more columns to do. So if I do 1 column a year from now on, I will still need 6 years until I finish Gamer. And I really want to be quicker than that. So the minimum for me this year is this column, and the max goal is 50%, which would be awesome. But I would need to stitch 1,000 stitches per week, which is insane for me. I would need to stitch on this every week, and I don't know if I even do 1,000 stitches total, but we'll see. Maybe magical stitches makes me do it, and if I set this higher goal, maybe I at least achieve my smaller goal.
Next category is full coverage that are below 400 stitches. So these are the more easier or faster stitches, in which in my case it's the Heaven and Earth Designs Perfect Wisdom, my little
Okay, let's start with my first Heaven and Earth design.
I didn't make any progress, I think, on her, and I still really like her, but she won't be
still not a focus
piece this year, because it's difficult to stitch on the fabric.
Still difficult to stitch on that fabric.
Some calculations I did. I don't make calculations to stress myself out, but you know, we often have so many projects and we think we can do all of them, and then we realize on the way that there's no way we can.
2 words. That was responsible me back then. Now it's just wait until you see my plans for this year.
I calculated that I have 46 weeks in the year of stitching. Sorry for the autofocus. It has some trouble with the artificial light, I think, today. Now, I have 46 weeks that I stitch, so I go on holidays and music festivals.
That's what I thought last year, yeah.
23 weeks for Gamer and 23 weeks for my other projects. So even though I only have 6 other whips beside Gamer, I would only have 4 weeks in a year to stitch on a project. And that really makes me want to narrow my active whips down a bit. So that doesn't mean I won't stitch on this at all. When I really...
That's my plan for this as well this year, just when it fits a challenge. But this calculation was really good. So you see how little you can do if you have a lot of whips. It's just like 1 week or 2 weeks per project. It's not a lot.
And yeah, I still have a lot of time.
I should watch this video more often to keep me from starting, or look at my calculations so I know, okay, you will neglect the other whips a lot when you start something new. But I have so many starts coming in. It's like 10 starts that I will have in 2021 planned, and I don't know what's coming, so.
And I will show it to you later.
Yeah, that
And I
escalated.
also have my Zelda stained glass. I showed it to you in the last 2 videos. I think I haven't worked on it, and it's still a UFO. I will pick it up in a year or 2 maybe, but I really don't have the time for it. So.
I picked Zelda up this summer. I won't show it because I showed the progress in my last video. If you want to see that, go watch my last Flosstube update. I still love it. It's active now. I got it out of purgatory, stitchy purgatory. Super excited to work on it and get progress in this year. It will get some good progress this year. It's from 2015.
My next category is Etsy.
Still have
and
that
smalls.
category.
So my bunny was for this category, and I have nothing to fill in right now in this category because I really want to finish the Glennon Place haunted house. It's called Murky Manor. I think I have it on the back. Yeah, right here it is. And yeah, I really want to finish this year. This is a top priority project because I want to stitch on it and I like it, but I've seen this for so many years
now.
So
true, really still so true, and I still haven't finished it, as you know.
The part here below. So that's going to be a lot of stitching to do this year, but I think it's manageable.
Now, I try to put a picture of what it looked like at the beginning of the year because I think I made some good progress on it. My light keeps falling over. I have to actually pause the video now to show you my update, and I don't know where I put it. I just found the German version some hours ago and I did some cutting in between and I tried to organize the stuff again, but now I'm confused and I have some serious work to do after this video to get this all straight again. Okay, here we go. So I could have just put 2 pictures because I just took a progress picture of this, but anyways, here we go. This is it now. This is where it was. I'm trying to fit them in. I mean, I can cover the moon because I made some progress with magical stitches actually last week, and I filled in a lot on the moon. And I think I did great progress last year on this. I'm pretty happy with my progress. I'm not mad about that I didn't get it, that I didn't finish it, but I could have easily finished it if I wanted to. But towards the end of the year, I was a bit tired of it, so it's fine. But this year, I will finish this. It's just this part of the house. I'm sorry for showing this so much, but I don't know why. I will do my plans in my next Flosstube update. I think that's what I said in the beginning. I'm not sure what I already told you guys and what I told my German viewers, so I'm confused sometimes like that. It's fine, it's fine. Okay, let's continue.
The next category is number 4.
Okay, I still have the kids section.
Dimensions or Genlin, RTO, anything like that. And I always want to have one kit going. And in this case, it's the Dimension Serenity Garden. I haven't worked on this for a long time and it's really looking crumpled up because I washed it. It has a lot of stains over the years. As I said, I feel like it's 15 years old, and I've always dragged this on, tried to work.
I'm so mad at myself that I actually tried working on it more and thought I would be happy with it, I just wanted to get it done, but it's such a waste of time because I restarted it and I'm really happy that I restarted it. But yeah, I really have to salvage a lot of the floss because at that time in the video I thought I could replace the floss with DMC, but I could try and match some CXC with it now and try it again because I have lots of CXC stash that I got in between by now, but yeah, so what I'm saying is my stitching was ugly. I already told this to you, and it's super hard to match dimensions floss. It's especially dyed for dimensions, and most of it you can't match with DMC. So I will probably run out of floss. I will have to try and salvage as much of the floss that I already stitched, which means lots of frogging. So I think this will be a project that I will drag on for a long time in years to come. I will finish it. I really want to finish it, but that's the reason I want to pause it for this year. I don't consider it an active whip anymore, but if a challenge of magical stitches really fits and I'm in the mood to do it, I will pick it up, but it's
So I thought also
not an active whip anymore.
Really irregular. You can see stuff like this. I'm just not happy with it, and even if it's picking the mistakes, I decided
I don't regret starting
this kit. Yes. So my goal for 2020 is to finally restart it, and yeah, so I ordered new 18 count Ada.
I'm really happy with how it looks now. I'm really trying to make my stitches look neat, even though it's so hard with these multiple strands. And I'm using a big needle, but it's so hard to make every stitch look perfect. So it's not perfect. But for this, I really want to have it look super neat. And so far I'm using the floss that's left. But we'll see. That's it for now.
Category of Mirabilia and Chatelaine and sophisticated fancy.
Yeah, that's my specialty category. I still have that. Nothing changed in there. No new starts, no finishes, but no new starts in that category. So I'm pretty proud of myself, and there are no starts planned for that as well because I want to finish my Mira and I expected to have much more progress on her this year.
Oh, I don't know if I showed her to you last time, but that's where I am, and she is my third goal for next year. I really want to finish the Mirabilia with Cathedral.
Didn't finish her.
She's a pretty quick stitch, but I didn't have much
Not
time.
a quick stitch. Maybe compared to other Miras that are like mini hates, you know, to be honest, you underestimate how much goes into these, but I didn't stitch on this a lot, so she is not that big, but still bigger than I anticipated. I will show this to you in my whip update, and then I will have better lighting, and that's one of the reasons that I don't show my face on here, because I don't get the light right for... I don't have enough lights to light up this room. So my goal this year, finish her. And I worked a lot on her this week, thanks to Magical Stitches. Now I again have to pause. Let me tell you. Now, by the way, this is a part of my warehouse of my online store. This is where I have like the smaller cuts of lace and some of the buttons over. No, you don't see the buttons over there. You're actually seeing way more of the room behind there than I wanted to, so I hope you don't see anything because it's a little bit messy right now because I didn't think I would put it on camera, but now I set up the camera again and I didn't think of that. Ugh. Anyways, I don't see it on... that's why I'm looking out here. Did they see anything? That's super embarrassing. Oh no. I hope I don't have to refilm all of this. Now, anyways, so here is where I work, and over there is my packing table, and yeah, there are some of the buttons, some of the laces. I built these are cardboard boxes where I put my lace in so I can quickly access it and cut it. And so, but this is only a very, very small part of my warehouse. So I have another extra room for goods. But anyways, that's how, yeah, now you know. Let's continue.
Now for my final category.
Oh, now I'm already explaining the extra category, which is now for medium size. I changed that category.
And so this is currently practically my shadow lane. I have this for something that either doesn't fit in any category, or if I want to have 2 projects in one category. So if I want to have 2 full coverage, large full coverage, for example.
Oh, sweet girl. You want... I remember that last year I talked about having 6 whips as a goal all the time. Now I'm at the point I don't even care how many whips I have. I just want to start the things and stop being like super responsible about my hobby. I just want to start everything because I also bought a lot of stuff this year. So that's one of the reasons why I could keep my whips so low, is because I didn't have the budget. But this year I saved some up and I could get some stash.
Okay. Then for my next projects, now I will show you the Teresa Wensler Fantasy Collection book now. And yeah.
Sorry if I talked over that, but now I'm talking about my plans for the year.
Projects for a while, but it was always very difficult to get the pattern, and they were expensive, and she discontinued her online patterns I think 2 years ago, and I didn't know her then, so I missed that, and I really want to stitch her fantasy projects.
This is where I'm at.
Now,
if any of you have a file of the Magician with the Phoenix of the Fantasy Collection 2, which is, you're not able to get it. It's like $300. I think the Magician is retired too. I have to check that, but I think everything Magic and Dragon is discontinued from Teresa Wensler's page, and I really want to stitch the Magician that's like has the Phoenix or like something like that. I love him so much. But I also love this project, and this is my color conversion, and I'm happy with my progress.
Then I have a plan for my Dimensions kit.
Next plan, Soul of the Rose. I bought it, but I didn't start it.
And I really love the colors. It's so elegant, it's so classic, and I really like this kit for many years. I've seen it even before I really restarted cross stitch, and it was always out of print and really, really expensive, like over 100 to 200 euros to get it. And now it's being reprinted this year in Russia. Yeah.
Super, super happy to get this, but I really want to start it right away now that I see it, but I really have to wait a while. I will start the Red Wizard, and I don't think at that point I didn't know that it would be reprinted this year. I think they announced it in like February. So I ordered the 2 kits together, and I will start the Scarlet Wizard by Dimensions this year.
It will take me another month, I think, and I can afford that. But when I've got that, I hope I can place my order with 123 stitch and get the silks for my shadow lane. because many of you ask about that.
I almost paused the shadow lane the whole year because I didn't get the final flosses and I had so much stuff to do and it was way too complicated for me at the time. So, but I'm getting back into it.
Plans. So I have that Star Wars kit that I saw on the channel of Kansas City Girl in a Colorado World. She had this kit. This is a classic Star Wars Dimensions kit. It's not very big. I love it. I always like the kits that make very beautiful details.
That's so true. I always prefer Dimensions kits over Heaven and Earth designs, but of course you don't have a big selection of Dimensions kits.
Local online store, and they tell me Dimension doesn't sell this to Europe. Yeah, so I have to buy that from 123 Stitch 2. That brings up my total up there. And I really want to try a Mill Hill kit as a small.
Yeah, I got the Mill Hill.
So when my Murky Manor is done, I can do a small Mill Hill kit. And they're cost more than twice as much.
They're so expensive. I really wanted to order the Halloween ones, the Halloween releases, but they were sold out so quick by Mill Hill this year. I was so mad about that. But I really have to collect a little bit before I order there, and now I'm really sad I didn't get those Halloween Mill Hills. But I still have the Wizard.
Plans. Further, you only see a lot of pictures right now.
Oh yeah, now are my Heaven and Earth designs
planned. Stitch in Time, the pink. Quick.
I still have this fully kitted. I still didn't start it because I really didn't have the time. I'm super excited about the colors, but I'm really trying to focus. I will have 2 starts this year of Heaven and Earth designs, and I really try to focus on gamers, so I don't think this will be a start this year.
Like the
but I'm happy to have it kitted.
It's like 800 by 700 stitches. This quick stitch is only a small part, but it is enlarged to 400 by 200.
That's where I realized that quick stitches are actually better in resolution than supersize max colors, which is pretty amazing. Oh, that's when I started. This is my first video where I started to not be in front of the camera, and I have to tell you, it's so... I mean, I love talking to you, and when I watch videos, I like seeing the person in front, but I have so much better lighting in on the table, because I can really put just 2 lamps like that and have them shine down, and everything looks super pretty, and I can do close-ups, whereas in this setup, it's, you noticed, it's harder to have it look good. And most of the time I'm not going outside, so I don't have any makeup on, and I don't feel like going in front of the camera that way. So I know that I film more videos when I'm behind the camera. But I had fun today, so maybe I should just, have a day where I dress up and paint my face and just say hi to you guys. Maybe. I think we're almost done now. Yeah, so, okay, one last thing, the same question as last year. What are your plans for the next year? Do you want to start all the things? Do you want to finish all the things and have no starts? Do you want to try something new? Maybe a new rotation? Maybe you are in Magical Stitches with me? Please tell me if you are, so we can meet. I joined the Titan team, so I hope they're not set as of yet. You will go into a team in February. Now it's just like a training month. But it's super fun, so let me know if you're in that or any other challenge group. And yeah, I think I showed everything to you. So as of the whip parade, I will have a in my next Flosstube, I already filmed a plans video, I think, but I already changed my plans and it was just a week ago or something. I will have to see if I have to redo that. I think that's it actually. I showed you everything, all my statistics. I start the year with 10 whips. It will increase a lot. You will see in my video, I plan on 18 whips, having 18 whips in between, not at the same time, but I will start 10 new ones and I will soon finish, some. So stay tuned. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you had fun. It was good seeing you. Please don't forget to subscribe and leave a like. So yeah, have a good year. Have little frogging. May everything go perfectly as you imagine. And I see you in the next video. Now I have everything. Bye.